So I realize that this isn't the most exciting video for a new channel, but I got some new gear today. And so I'm going to do a unboxing video. Some of it is less exciting, but some of it is pretty exciting. So we're going to get started with this first one. The second one, you can tell what it is just by the box already. Got the box open now, so let's see what we have inside. A couple 2-inch, 2-inch eyepiece caps. I needed some replacements. And then these should be 3 filters. We had a recent program, public program, during a full moon, which is rare for us. We don't usually schedule programs during full moons. However, and because it was full moon, I didn't see much sense in bringing out a big go-to scope. However, all of my smaller scopes, I didn't have any 1.25" moon filters for. So I picked up 3 different moon filters of different densities. So nothing too expensive or fancy. Just 3 different neutral density filters that I could start using during public programs of smaller telescopes, in case we have a lot of moon out. I don't know how I went this whole time without having any 1.25" neutral density filters, but I did. So we have that. And then this, the longest time I only had I bought a 1.25" laser collimator for my telescope. But as you may or may not know, I'm working on redoing my refinishing my 10-inch scope that I made, and that has a 2-inch focuser on it. And so I thought it was well past time to get an actual 2-inch laser collimator. So I bought the HoTech. My 1.25" is a HoTech also. I was really happy with it. What's nice about it is that it will self-center itself with this adjustment ring here, rather than needing to use the ring, the set screws on the finder or the filter. This will, when you tighten this, it'll push these out and it'll self-center itself. So I think the reason I bought the small one in the first place was price. This one was a little bit more expensive, but it should definitely work a lot better since I essentially only use 2-inch eyepieces and a 2-inch focuser. So excited to using that, and I'll be doing a demo on how to use it here shortly. So the next one is the whole real kind of impetus for why I'm refinishing my 10-inch telescope. I had been, the big issue with that telescope over the years was that it was totally manual. It was all star hopping, and I have limited observing time. And so once I got a go-to scope, the 10-inch that was totally manual was mostly relegated to the garage all the time. So I read about PiFinder, which is which will convert that into a push-to system, where basically digital setting circles. I'll put in an object and it'll tell me to push it left or right or up or down. And the reason I had never used that before is because I didn't want to go through the hassle of adding encoders to my telescope. I'm eventually going to put up a video about that homemade scope, and you'll see that it nests all into one package. So adding encoders was going to be really difficult. But PiFinder has a small built-in camera that'll take pictures of the sky, and it will self-align. So basically, it goes onto any finder bracket that is already, the standard kind of finder scope bracket, and makes any telescope a push-to system. So let's take this out. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the paperwork out, and let's see what it looks like. I'm really excited about this one. I've been waiting for a long time. I love this 10-inch scope, but I'm sad to not really use it that much. But this will really speed up my time finding objects, and yeah, I'm excited. So 3D printed body, This is the left-facing version. It'll mount on my telescope like this. And you can see here is the little camera that it uses. And it says on here 16 millimeter, 5 megapixel. Looks like that's probably an inch. I don't know. And it's so that's the camera. They say it has a OLED screen. Looks like they covered that, but you can see here's the screen, and here's the controls for that. Feels heavier. I mean, this feels about what I expected. But it has, when I say it feels heavier, it has a decent heft to it, but it doesn't feel overly heavy. I would say it's just about the same weight or less as a traditional optical finder. Looks like there's some fibers on here from the 3D printing, but it feels sturdy and stable for sure. So I'm thrilled to get this added to my telescope and get using it. And I'll definitely do some demonstrations on that once I have that up and running. Something interesting I asked, so the model that I got, you had an option to have an onboard battery or this version where you plug it in and it needs to be plugged in all the time. I opted for this version rather than the onboard battery. There was a price difference, but also I'm always running dew controls or dew heaters, and so having this plugged in is not going to be much of an issue. I wrote the manufacturers of this product and asked them how big the battery was. They said it was about 5,000 milliamp hours, and they said that it gets about 1 hour off a milliamp hour of battery power. So it runs off of 5 volts via USB-C. And so I'll be running that. I actually bought a small Anchor brand power bank that I'll be sticking onto the telescope with Velcro. And I think I'm going to end up, I've got two. One is 10,000 and one is 20,000 milliamp hours. I'll probably use the lighter one with this setup, and that should easily get me a night of observing. I also asked them about dew control, because obviously this little tiny camera lens in the dewy environments will dew over very quickly. And they said that the computer in here, which is a Raspberry Pi, generates enough heat that this whole system heats up enough that it shouldn't require any dew heaters either. So that's a great feature of this. So we'll put that to the test and see how it really works. There's also a SIM card inside for some memory storage, and so unplugging it won't lose your settings. So yeah, once we get this up and running, I'll definitely be doing a demonstration of it. I'll be showing around and how to do how it works and kind of how the push-to works on it. So I can't wait to use this. Still, I'm really excited. So that's my unboxing video today.